Napalag.
Nalok.
Okay, let's go, boys.
Sayang wala ka kanina pa. Stressful game.
My God, the Razor.
5%
Dog,
HP na lantron. Di
Yeah.
ready.
Duha ka balbag, literally duha ka balbag ang Razor o mato.
Kung dinuunan patch, mas sumok. Salty lagi apang hadto nga game.
Wala gamit ng razor. Gusto mo.
Throw lang.
Dami niya kills. Oh yeah, kaya network. Oh fuck. Pare maka-item.
Pinatay lang yan, Pudge. Let's go.
Sirs.
Do your carry thing, Max.
Okay. What? Not connected to the Dota 2 game coordinator. What the hell?
Ito naman.
Your turn to ban.
Fuck you, Mercy.
We're live.
We're live. Okay, I need to pick troll.
Look, may dragonfly sa lod. Is this a sign?
It's
Ano?
time to pick.
Sign
Time
na
to
ano.
Ambot. Sign la.
What is this? Sign in ano.
Ambot. May dragonfly sa mulod.
Kwa, support
5
me.
seconds remaining.
Fuck.
Oh my God, I'm lagging.
Oh my god.
Rise and play.
What on kiss? Ayaw pag sige, pwede man troll naka-range man.
Unlock safe lane.
Oh my god.
Almo mid.
Gab ako top. Di ba gab?
Narayan nga di.
Let's go. What items stock troll? I don't like
Dahil
this.
ko na nagpipik.
Kuhan.
Yorn.
Gihohorn eh. Ay wala. No. Di mapabulol yan. I will not buy items for troll.
Invoker. Ooh. Dilak maaram.
John Boker.
Chalkymist. Chalkymist.
John Chemist. Go.
Hindi ka na na-invoke.
Dilanak maaram.
Doon una pa.
Slow hands. At least ano muna nakakakuha na ako basic stuff.
Ano ko ang skill.
My God, there's a win.
Siya talaga John Boker tawag. Insta throw.
Hindi na to. Talaga to.
Talaga ako anak na naramdaman.
What's up, Gabi?
I got an idea for all y'all fucking niggas.
Puta ka, naka-live act.
The first thing I say, that's
Okay, ban.
Lost.
Monetize, bro.
okay, ano.
Lost.
Ano ka ma... Sorry ka na,
Live
ano
act
tawag?
yan. Kanina pa.
Muted sa YouTube.
Mumimit ka.
Yawa mo nagkikita. Kita man nila.
What you thought?
Gabay sa Facebook. May Facebook yun.
Facebook.
Oh, okay ka na Facebook.
Baka sakali tayo bukas kung meron.
Stop my phone.
Ito, 500 size 10.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
$10. Pang women.
Mamalog ulit napa-demonetize.
Demonetize. May work.
Fuck, wala ko items.
Pwede rin yan. Pwede mo nakatag-ags, no?
Pwede.
Kaya na, ano?
Ano ito yung ags?
Oo, nalato na ako.
Upo dito, ano, diba? Yeah, buildings. HP region.
Sino pa?
mate.
Gabi ka, pwede sa mihitar. Oh, lusad, Mox.
The battle
No
begins.
pussy.
No pussy, no pussy.
Yes, pussy.
No. Balik na.
No, bounties, no definers, no.
Oh, what is on the time that I want?
Nagsakot na
No.
ito yun.
Lolo. Oh.
Para yung mag-block.
Added hunter habot.
Oh my god, I can't last it for shit.
Oh, man.
Eh,
Oh no, my carry's fucking dead, bro.
There ito. Oh, sakay, what's that
Aso
sound?
bottom
Heal.
I need to fucking heal, what am I?
You're a smart player.
No, I'm not. You know I'm not.
Yeah. Tight.
Yo. Ano itong ako? Hindi pa may dad to.
Yeah.
I think it's Russian.
Oh shit. Boxing me out, bro. Ano, hindi ko maka-block tira smoke hand. I'm gonna go the other way.
At least naka-farm
Block.
ka. Okay, said that too soon.
Big cock energy. Go. Anyway,
Let's go. Farm. Ignore.
Low.
We're losing last hits.
I'm not.
Pinoin.
Arnold.
Si Arnold.
Kalabang sa
Arnel.
study.
Arnel.
Mag-live ka
Oh shit.
Ah, di live na ko YouTube.
I'm dead.
May
YouTube
delay.
eh.
Oh shit.
Ultra low latency para di na ka mag-reclam.
Paya.
Oh, lagi.
Healing salve.
Kamu nga Jakas.
Eh,
Jaka.
Wait, babatin.
pa-speaker kasi.
Where the fuck am I here? What the fuck?
Yeah, let's take him down.
No.
Together, bro.
Ginano mo ito?
Together, bro. Together,
Nana?
bro.
Hindi ba nabutot mine ng sa ating titira mo? Tapak, hindi rin nabutot mine.
Oh, kung ganda daw mo. Rostera. Oops.
Kapag naka-second sa tiya, delay.
1
Mga
second.
1. Mga 1-ish.
GitHub to. Tas tag 65 pagod. Pwede lang mag-faro farm.
Actually.
Easy farm.
Legitimate.
Libre. I-25 na yan.
You had 65 lewat kami balance it.
Ember ngayon na ito maupay. I forgot.
From si Mafian.
Yes. You know it.
O Guido may nag-apparition. Diri ko nakita mga sugat dito ng mga pics. Yan ito. Yan ito.
No! Tok! Courier! Oh, you fuck.
Nice. Sus. Happened pa ito.
Look. Naka. No.
That operation.
Ryzen, please
Si
cooperate.
Juan.
Aids ano?
Oh, din tanggo. Pahil. Napatay ka na.
Pick up ba na?
Oh
Man,
my god.
parang ko pa.
Yo, what other?
Kim is dead.
Oh, I got good man. Sorry.
Yo, what other?
Lumapit na eh, Gab. I'm sorry, Gab. Gabrilo ko si.
At least naka-reply na ako.
Terry
Oh my
died.
Come on, ko ah. Our last hits, bro. Oh my god.
Ping! Dakotak ping. Kita katak ping?
Thing is no excuse.
Dakotak ping oh. 132. May daw packet
Ayaw
na skill
PPO.
mo.
Ayaw PPO.
Reasons. The
PPO.
reasons that we were here.
Di nga di. Time to find someone.
Reasons why.
Reasons why.
Ano ini? Courier?
Oh my god, 6
Hindi
lang
ako-
yan niya.
John, ading alit ko. Tekis.
Okay.
The
Thank you.
keys. Mm.
Nakatong itong courier. Walugok nakapul. You better win your lane.
You think may dato yung mga mines nga di?
Probably.
No, I don't think. Ano ta pa rin
Oh,
siya?
di.
Wala ako ka mag-kunita ka.
Ah,
Haha, found it.
Tiga, preparation.
Di apa.
apa.
Yip. Makal ko may dada ako kay Adi Arnold.
Oops, sorry. Supposed to hit that guy. Uy! Pucha!
Sorry. Ang kaya ko.
Kwa.
I'm sorry, boys.
Kwa.
Die if you bring some regen. Fuck. Oh.
Uy, touch yes.
Sumuro pati. Marami may daw.
Ito
Tekis.
yung mag-iyo ko.
Nice.
Parity.
Sorry, ka-report guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, John. Dire ka pa rin sa Razor.
Razor.
Basta.
Di ka natin mulai, yung Razor.
Dire.
Good.
Open yung Razor. At nung Razor, dire.
Hello.
TY.
Paano kayo dire yung mga kay pre?
Yeah.
Pero di kami. Kay 2 hits lang ancient. Umatohi ah. Oy, 6 na ha?
Oo, kay kado ka na namatay. Siksa talaga ito.
Nayakan ako para makasabot it, diba? Pero para ako na.
Napakapagod na rin ka-armor.
Tapo natin Lily.
Oo.
Bringing them here, bringing them here.
Talaga.
So, at pag-trust eh.
I fucked that up so bad.
Ayun pang last match.
Waram ka na ngaran bago nga batch.
Batch.
Calamari.
Yeah, tsaka.
Ano?
Ano to? Ito. Ano ito?
Ano ito?
Oh, bagong batch.
Lagi.
Oh, lagi. Batch Q.
Batch Q.
Ang garan?
No way.
Kamari.
Oh,
Kamari.
Nag-process na niya.
Oo.
Oo, ang bot. Ba't ka na ginano nera?
Online lang atanan. Obviously.
Alam mo,
Tekadit.
guys, yun
Atras. Tekadit ko. Mid.
No.
Tekadit mid. Oh no, you're so fucking dead.
This guy is so much.
Yung IKEA at yung ngaran.
Fucking god.
IKEA. IKEA.
Birthday to Jake
Nice.
yan.
Ooh, he's gonna push shot.
Well, ako na lahat na farm. I'm your carry now.
You're the carry. It's like the Night Hunter game.
Tunog.
Hindi naman. Putang nga na ha.
May ako ulti. If we...
Sige daw. Oh my god.
Tek is... This is
Wala ka na mahihim. Susumo. God damn it.
So good. Oh yeah.
Kahit mag-date.
Pero joke lang.
Farm lang, bailat eh. Kasi,
May kangaran ka, Gab. Hambog pa ba na
farm na lagi, pag kasi, may damang ko.
Ano?
Heal.
May nakakangaran habang mga bats. Hambog pa rin na
Babae?
lalaki.
Ano, ito yung Gabrielo Jose.
Can I
Gab.
have
Oso.
Diri ka na nag-uusahan niya, Gab.
Go, fight. Ah, farm.
Hello, good man. Wind Ranger ka. Kuan.
Sige lang.
Kala ko.
Ulti na lang sunod.
Oh, staying alive. Staying alive.
Bumuti. Thank you.
Sige dong. Oh shit! Nice! Ay! Yung...
Ulti nga
Not
di
bad, not bad. Not bad.
I'm gonna get some mines.
Daw mga dot mines.
Oh, yun. Dideward ko na.
Naka-farm.
Ano ako kasi thinking ito kanina medyo linear ano.
Yeah, linear.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Farm lang ada, bailat siya pag kasi ha. Bisan ko tayo HP.
Take mid daw ay kadali lang.
Middle tower
I'm gonna go this.
Oh, correct.
Tara. I have ulti again.
Oh no.
Kung mag-ulti hiya nga namamatay, diri hiya ma-affect ano. Oh, mawawalan effect.
Siriyama, agent.
Backward.
Commit mines nila.
Duwati award, yellow and blue.
Yeah. I saw. Sakit din. Pwede man.
Farm lang, bailat siya pag kasi ha.
Pinusaan mo na lahat si Maki. Oo.
Napanik yat ko eh. Ginharas.
Warlock.
Atras na.
Bayan ni Warlock.
I'm so fucking dead.
Or
Bye.
May-
One more time.
How are
May
you
kore
alive?
din. Yung
How are you alive?
Oh my
Ikinita
god.
ko lang. How are you alive?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, kuhay.
Boy, there was no.
G kita?
There was no.
pwede.
Oh my god, kuha.
Kinitaan lang ito.
Kasi kung mapatay na yada yun, ginitaan ko lalot.
Oh my god, this guy po.
May Guardian Angel.
My guardian.
Dahil
Lagi. Kasi ko talaga patay na tayo.
may ulti. Hindi yung napatay si ulti.
Ako may kaya bagong ulti.
Oo.
Battle trance. Oo.
Dude, power. Tingin to be.
Pao.
Damage na still during this one guys. Everyone's life.
Battle hands.
Dire ko.
Para I hate this guy so much.
Kung i-blade mill ko, it
If
bombs.
nag-kill ka, today,
Makon ba iya?
napatay ako SS. What the fuck?
You think?
Alchemist ka man ganyan. What the fuck?
Silence.
Is that hero still alive?
Really have to catch them.
Oh, di mo ganyan kay
Oh,
hero.
pare na ano.
I'm gonna fucking push.
Yeah!
Oh, oh, nice. Oh my god.
Keep hitting. What I know.
Is he dying?
Katanga.
The fuck? What is he doing?
Bro, what are you doing? You don't feel damage.
Keep going. Oh my.
Oh na. Check natapot yung heals na. Fuck you.
Gusto na ko duration, sorry.
Could have gotten a triple, but no.
are fortified.
Pinaka-second set battle trance.
It doesn't matter kay dili ko.
6.5. Iya man.
Oh,
Beautiful na din mo heal.
Oh my god.
Happens. Go. Salat ka heal. Pero damage ito.
Dapat secret.
Oh shit.
Ang 14 damage.
I am so
Oh my god.
Lightning pagod. Kakasidi na.
I am so
Lucky.
fucking salty.
Pa-farm
Wah,
na loto dyan.
Wah.
Namimili ako ng bombs
Oh,
kung
range.
magkana.
Naganat. Grid.
Pero damage ito.
Ito na naigunod.
Daw play. Max.
Silencer.
Aha.
Talaga ito.
It was not that useless, you dumb fuck. No, yeah, you have to redeem yourself, puta ka. Could have gotten a triple.
Oh, so, patay ka na talaga.
Hindi rin
di
aga.
naman.
Kapatay pa kita tundo kung team damage nga pure. Basta na pag no?
Oh my god.
My god.
Kas may guardian angel ka pa.
Hindi ka namatay. Mendo.
Nga di.
Found the mine.
But they were daw mga mines in it range.
Ako.
I cannot
Bill.
buy
Oh shit.
one.
Hindi ako.
Thanks. Oh my god.
Ow.
Here.
Oh my god.
Tayo nag-meet.
Alright.
Come on. Yeah, we gotta kill this guy, man. Shit.
Got you man.
Eee.
Needs. Oh.
Yes,
Since
man.
we
Kinda dead.
Oh, don't know.
Napon. Ano ba nga yun?
Kung ko corporate bugs.
God damn.
Oh my god. I missed.
Mo pay ko nga nahil kan gabi pero kan makay.
Ah, mo nga ni.
Tara, where the fuck are
Kaya
those
ako
nine?
mabubuhi.
Puta, ito nga ni an healer nga. May heal nga pwede makabuhi pa unta.
Nagbutang ahohin mga
Ay, nag-heal.
wards sa kwan.
I am
base.
so salty ko. Fuck you.
Get those bitch.
Sila
wards.
mabawi panikuan yan.
In range na pagod ato ang heals na kinitala.
Ayun lang talaga patay ka na.
Hindi rin mga kabisa.
Ay,
You're dead
Ay,
to me.
Wala.
You're down on my screen.
Tama na.
Ano ba
Bro,
yun?
di.
Ayun ako pag-away. Ayun ako pag-away. Ayun ako pag-away.
Dito ano, ang Wind Ranger.
Actually, no,
Okay.
may nag-aaway
Fast,
ako
fast.
talaga kami. Oy. Get him,
Fast
get
this
him.
fast.
Kaya no ka man. Pero,
Dead on my screen.
ano
Nice.
ko timping na na future set ka na.
Boom.
130. Kaya na ka.
Hi.
Ako pag-away. Ako pag-away.
Nga di.
Di ano. Shit, this is gonna be so hard. Tied.
Come on, here.
Sino patay?
Yo!
Yo! I'm dead anyway, fuck this shit.
Where was Kwak when he needed him?
Not there.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh my
You're
god.
alive.
Wow.
Masisave gates kaya tinig ko.
Uy! Maray kang code.
No GA? No GA?
No, no.
Wait, ano na, tipatay nun. Oh my god. Tipatay na nun.
May naka-ulti. I believe.
Lag. May daka.
Oh shit.
Boom.
Oh
my god. Oh my god. You got angulation.
I think we lost this game.
Ay, blink ko.
You think? What you think?
What you think? What you think?
Wabis naman lang push. Please. Uli lang pag
Farming.
uli lang pag push kung di ka man mahi.
Pag-farm.
Wah, Korea. Para tayo na.
Actually, yung troll ko like Wind Ranger.
Oh shit. Up. GA,
Ulti,
GA,
makulti ka.
GA. Punta na ako.
Nice. Maka-GA.
3 seconds.
Ah,
Okay,
nice.
you're dead. So am I?
Oh, bully. Patay na kaya.
So dead.
Boom!
May lang yan,
3,
lightning.
2,
Almost. Madive ito.
May lightning yan ng drama. Parang gamit yung GA.
mid difference. Nice.
Break up.
Nice galing.
Oh!
One more. Oh, so close.
Oh!
Nice try.
Yawa ito.
Damn.
Yeah, we
Try
lost.
kill.
Yeah, I lost
Sayang.
this one.
Anong talent ng Wind Ranger? Uy, nadi-dispel ako. Anong shot? Okay.
Imos na?
Tag ni? Wind Run. Sayop nga talent niya ginkuha.
Sniper kasi iya.
G, push.
Represent.
Ada ha? Ada.
Push na.
Ada.
Okay.
Baby, I'm praying on
Space for John.
Beses
Pero ako himaki. Nagwala ako. Nag-troll
Sige,
ako.
upod na rin na farm ni jungle.
yawa ka ngayon. Nakanak-perming nga ano. Oy, nasulong.
Ito tripping star ko nga di.
AIDS, stay alive.
Hello.
Yeah. Yup.
Okay, I'm coming.
Go.
Nice.
Okay,
Not to be
TP.
wasted.
Go.
Ooh.
I am silent. Balik na. Wala, no global. And I'm also stuck.
Yeah.
Spell Z.
Okay, go. May ako G. Keep going. Not that deep.
Wala!
Not that deep.
Yo!
Not that deep, bro.
God.
Okay.
Man. Okay, it's on you, John.
Okay.
Ayakan palaga ko farm nga da.
Ito na, hawan na.
Bakul ko na ito.
Oh shit. Da. Just okay. Oh shit. I'm gonna do this.
Wait, I'm trying tonight.
I'm going to instantly die, I just know it. Yup!
Farm lane.
Yep!
Mga tao.
Yep, it's here.
Alit WR. Repeat ko. Alit WR. Ito lang.
Marga TP.
Kapatid ko pala.
Hey.
Walking. I'm walking. Gab. Okay. Hindi. Nakaslow.
Alit ko likod.
Correct ka na ito, hadi yan.
Ooh. Fuck. No, don't let me die.
Sus, beyond good
Ano,
luck
pamatay
naman
ko?
ito.
Kapatay mo pa ito.
Okay, lakas darodakot ko. Bounty.
Uy.
And then I will run away.
Pangit na nito yung range.
Yeah,
Ayan.
kinda. I can see it. Like what?
Balik daw.
Balik ka.
Lul.
Yeah, agit. Haha. Nirak na yan ako focus pero
She tilted. God damn you. Hindi oh. Died. Weber, died. Oh my god, the madman. The madman.
Nine.
Ada ya? Warin. Oh yo,
Man.
we were
Dama.
tatap.
run.
Ari tayo dan tara.
Free money.
Hello.
Okay. One more second,
I
Worms.
got you, I got
No, I'm
you.
silenced.
Still fucking silent. That's a mine. Oh my god.
My god. Very jam. Okay. My bad.
Warin ito Ravi, check.
Oh, fuck. BKB talaga yun.
What? Oray ka igo.
What a guy go.
You edged him. You actually edged him. It's okay, go. Yeah, they were ding.
The fuck? Puro mo naragalis.
Eh.
God damn. Yeah,
Oo. Format.
nagkadi pa tayo ng shield. Passive farmer ang yellow actually.
Ah, fuck. Demon Edge.
Smells like someone. Sige ko.
Stick kita nga pat. Bilhin nila na yung Maki.
Yung ibig ka na lewat, Max.
Bilhin nila na yun.
Warded din.
Lagi.
Bugos na ito ng jungle. Antekis. May blink not tight.
Puta,
Tafok.
What?
Paano ka naman ngayon?
They're diving.
Go.
Atuhan ta?
Fucking silence.
Oh shit, na-stun ako.
Go.
Pa-surge.
Search.
Sir John.
Ako na-surge na ngayon ako kanina. Ako ba ko Ags? You think?
Ano tayo, Mogs?
Hindi rin para kan.
Oh.
Para kan.
Gabi.
Time? Para time.
Ako na lang kay Global.
Ada.
Pwede. Wait, kano yung gulti? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Aray ka, di ka na silence. Keep chasing. Ano?
Di. One ranger. Pita sunta.
Ano eh?
Oh, di ka nakaka-farm.
Naman.
Your fucking iron shell.
Ooh, they're coming. Let's fight. I wanna fight them so bad.
Diba? Kita to. Oh, tangayaw na yung pa ako.
Unahan ko na lang.
Fucking
Nice ka.
uncontrollable. God damn.
Shit.
Uncontrollable.
Kanok nasa likod. Oh no.
Go.
Hello.
Fighting. Nice. Lock na prioritize. Wah.
Di.
Nandiyan na. Nice. Tara, panguli. Kauli na. Pag ka-TP ah. Doon na si share TP.
Uli. Dami mga bomba.
Tayo to. Nice. Let's go. Dapat na kayo ang gusto.
Tanggalan ko na sa blade mill.
Ako nala. Balik.
Fish there. Lutawan.
Weapon, bro.
Nakakagpak to.
Mamadness ako.
Tara, huwag tayong tanpan nga di.
Ah,
Sus,
Yeah,
okay.
yung mana na.
May itong mga mines nga di, damo.
Damo lang.
Sus, may dakuan. So, dito. May mines side.
Ano?
May minefield sign nga ito. Hindi nala ako bot matay pag
Ano pa tiba nga na-dispel?
yun.
Lotus ano?
sus, kita na ako.
Warded.
Kasi tumapit na sa akin. Alright.
Sa light. Sa light. Ay, bibili. Ayun na.
Coming.
Dikit. Oh, yes. Oh, puta ka dyan. Nice ka. Sa dead guy.
I'll break ito.
No. He wants me. Nice, thank you.
Oh shit. Yep, bad idea.
Stop.
Get him.
Farm Lamax.
Yep.
Namit bombang ring apart.
Yeah, kada yan nagtinambay.
Sabi kayo nila. Fucking finally.
Pag-asa ba kayo mali?
Oh,
Good.
gab.
Oo, di man eh dyan.
Gab, ang tigyayaman kan rin din. Oh my fucking god.
That Weaver likes his soul.
Gab. Ay,
Wala ito din lapsik.
para hindi na kinasin ni Gabi kaya.
Oh shit, sorry. Anak kong gain. Namimilin na gyap. Kanina pa ako nag-gain ako. Ungain, dahil ako nakamute. Ungain, ginupos ko eh. Ginstorya na kanina. Namimilin na yung Renzi.
Pakyan na layagan lang kung
Ooh,
gano'n.
what's a sucker?
Relate kita magote.
Tali lang ko.
Go now. Nice.
Kaya kanya gano'n kita kalate.
Ayun ka.
Call it.
Para nila.
I don't actually know.
Nice. Low bow.
Push kita, push. Just try to push.
Okay. Yasha, Maelstrom, Basher. Ano? Where I go first?
Para ko.
Lolo. What the hell?
Ano?
Ano?
Go, what's the die, man?
Gin,
Give him
ano
his...
ni?
Oh no.
Ay, ano? Aram nakitaan.
Dami main nga di.
Doon na latap. Tara, mapod ako. Actually, pwede ako na-remove.
Salt kita pa ito.
Oh, she knows.
Mali ko rin.
Extra scroll yan sa namin.
Tumakso. Rebel
Can I have the cloak?
Ano ko, Sod?
May lagyan pa ako.
Take leveler.
Tara, makatira ka dyan. Hindi tagi.
Shit.
May Tani. Hello.
Ikirigta kita nga eh.
Ayun nga da.
Hindi dyan, pesto lang ani.
I will...
Pero ako man ko ano, global.
May da. Dapat direlak mo sa ilan.
May PB ba?
Di na.
Oh, may nakapang dispel. Okay,
Pwede,
good.
pero... Oh,
Uri ko di.
yun, this, pero mapadamage pa ako.
Tuman.
Oh my god, you're so
Nice one.
Reset. Puri na silence. Yawa ka dyan.
Tayo na likod. Likod niyo, watch out.
nice one.
Oh shit.
Ah. Iyad ako. Yawa ito nga damage.
Weh.
Tower. Adit Weaver.
Patay! Can you heal me, bro? Okay, you don't have it.
May dito health
Good
drain.
enough.
Ako mantak HP.
Thanks.
Ayun shield.
Balik.
Oh shit.
Ako to nahon. Nice. Fuck you, bitch. Beer ka na silence dyan.
Shit. Which bay? What you want it?
Ako Degen.
Nice,
Run. High ground din eh, high ground. Nila oray ko na ha, iyon disc.
Oh shit.
Wala, I'll tank this bitch.
Oray, amula ito. Bago pala ito.
Lol.
Creeps. Adin.
Magkakamay daw kitang nice ka.
Salamat ang status resist.
Gab, mayaman ako nga 30 minutes, Gina.
Sige. Bagat sugad man.
Kabaraka, dapat status resist.
All the life you need.
Mari kita agi.
Yes. Yeah, satisfying man yan, yung normal punch.
Mari kita agi alikod para waray bombs.
And then there were bombs.
Okay.
Inang.
They're here.
Waray po.
Yes.
Okay, makuha ng Jagger. Ikano ko na lang.
Ooh. Ay, waray
Oh.
ko. Push bro.
Wala. Silence pa.
Oy, ayaw nga.
Ayaw nga.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
I love this thing.
Ba't na ba?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Buhay ka. You're alive.
Kung naman.
Help me here.
Firm.
Sperm?
Ano? Tras na. Pero ayoko. O sige lang, meron ko man GA. Parang na global na.
Ulo, tak gold doon, tak papaliton nga.
Moonshard para kan Maki.
Yeah, give me that.
I'll buy for myself, lanay.
Sige,
Dire ka man nga na inaupod.
yakan ka mo ayaw pag-upod.
What the fuck?
Ano lagi?
What? Nakabakas na mo?
Yes.
Makarin ako.
Pare,
Char.
dun. Hindi ka na
Oh my god.
For it's
Ano
3
nilagay
protect.
dyan? John Alchemist, I believe.
May na kami didikuan insurance policy na farm.
Just in case.
In the back
Just
pocket
in
of the
case.
pocket.
So bro,
Ano?
faster.
Ano yun insurance ko? Ano? Pro life gap?
Whole life. There, tag 20 lang.
Makarit ka agad.
Palawan.
Palawan
Hello,
insurance.
Wala.
Oh, may naginamit ko na ROTC.
Parang hindi ka na malain.
Ali, may tao. John magpapatay.
May tao.
The waiver. Winter waiver.
Yeah, naka-haste.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ano lang ko.
Uy, adi.
Nagbikibi.
Oh.
Boom.
You're good. Okay. Ano ka nagsiilit? Parang manabal pag-air.
I don't know.
Nagpalik.
Ay, pahan.
Oh my god, that one.
Ay.
You are... What?
Kami ito pag-linalap.
Oh shit, up na yan.
Oh,
shit.
Nice.
Hey!
Nice.
Sundok
What a
na
play,
ito.
what a play.
This is a push.
Ano man?
Mapitik ito, Mat.
Ay, kami dyan.
Ay!
Pakita pa eh.
Lagi si Jun. Raman.
So much ka-skill.
Tara.
Aray na. Oh.
Matangke ako ah.
Ore ko, G.
Green light.
Vision daw.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Nice.
Okay.
Inultihan.
Z Global?
Oh my god.
You're alive.
Nice ka. Kano may BKB through here? Awarin ni Ingram ka rin.
Yo, man.
Nanay. Sabi na tayo. Ano na, okay na. It's hard to spell. Nice. Ore mo gupo di Jun.
Hindi, kailangan ni John mo po.
Sure ito nga Ion Disc. Hit plan, Mindset X.
Oo.
Ore
Bisan
yun
gano'n
na
kadamo.
Yeah.
Bisan gano'n kadamo.
Yes. Kanina,
Ay.
aniya na kadihamid.
And once mag-reach a certain point it damage, wala na talaga maano. Direto pagan Kaling Blade.
Arcane lanay ko, Arcane. May Ion Disc ka naman ngayon.
Ano na kayo, Liz? Paano Lotus na kayo bibili?
Oh my god, I messed up.
You can go
Pwede
again,
mo
oray
ba?
oray global. Ako man lang
Tara, tara, tara,
papakuha.
tara, tara.
Eh, isa na. Ano ako?
Ay, gabi. Ako ulit.
I'm coming. Nice stubby ass short way.
10 seconds.
LOL.
Oh, mula.
Ah,
Titikan ko
bottom,
to.
bottom,
Ano
bottom.
na lugod? Ano weaver lugod?
Yo. May kaurit.
Oh, hello.
Rayo ako.
What are you gonna do?
Oh my
Too
god.
far, I'm too far.
Oh my god.
Oh, what are you
dead?
gonna do?
Dead, bro.
Oh no, Alchemist is dead.
Kailan may buy pa kito ya?
Tigil na leto ko ah.
Correct makahil, Rayo.
Oh my god.
Okay, no choice but to push.
So guys, kinda na
Ooh,
yung
live. Ali na, tat insurance policy.
yes.
Wala yung
Oh my
makag-ulti
god.
ng weaver.
Faster.
Anay. Actually, parang natagpapaliton.
Ano to? Papalag to.
Butterfly.
Butterfly. Or
John
MKB
Hart.
Or ma-MKB pa ako.
Ay, pwede hard. Para kakalasan ito.
Double the tank.
Mga MKB ano ko or Flutterby.
Butterfly.
Check mo
Oh,
ako din.
Purush daw kita, Max. Puput.
Anay.
So ito na.
I believe in you. You got to bet on yourself.
Thanks ko.
Ano daw mo tin?
Don't die.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Back.
Oh! So that's why.
Robust din talaga yung Omni. Hindi pa 25 month mo 3k.
Hindi ako naman jet me din.
Ano? Ano yung check me din? Makakantin ni Hera, so I'll stay here.
Yeah, I got a John. 5k.
Don't question it.
Tara. Pangilitan sa upod na yung Maki.
Okay na ako? Okay.
Funny ito.
Adadara. Adara pa
47.
somewhere. May nako sod.
Saan ko lagi?
Papalit ako lang. Echo song. Eagles.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
Kuwanta di.
Okay.
Oh my god. Kuwanta di.
Okay, go.
Oh, di man. Pantanggal.
Boom.
Oh, natanggal with run, di ba?
Pwede.
Natanggalin sa silence.
Oh, pwede.
Panala.
Hindi kita mit. Tara.
Natusog na ako.
I'm a bait.
Word it.
Oh shit.
Kaya pag bait ka, pin up.
Nada ha.
John it bait.
Yeah,
You're the clean up player.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my
What
god!
the fuck, bro? Ulti.
Ano ka?
Shit.
Wait, it's pop.
I'm out. They don't see me.
So,
Yo, iklong tipo.
Ano ba dyan? 5k ang damage? Or hinibadang ka na?
Sobra to. Damot to nga mines.
ano?
Kaya pag
High ground la. Don't
Wala
left.
nga nila.
Oh my god. Is
High
this
ground.
the insurance policy we're talking about?
Insurance
Cash in.
policy.
Cash in, man.
Kay Maki nga, ni Maki, Max.
Si Maki lagi.
Claim na kami tamko and insurance.
Malipot ako.
Time to step up.
Malipot ako.
Hmm.
Nice.
Ay,
Oh shit.
Ang liwat, wari ko
So
liwat.
yung mga yan lang, mga yan man.
Adi na.
Wari, diri talaga ito makaano. Ay, hala, kumagi mo.
Nice, Max.
Nice
Nice
ka, Max.
ka. Keep going, man. Got it,
The
got it.
insurance.
The insurance policy!
All an insurance.
Oh, wait, insurance policy.
I'm sorry, did you say something? Run, bitch. Run, you
Mapapatay ka na dito. Mapapatay ka dito. Mapapatay ka na dito. Mapapatay ka na dito.
Go kay Waray Mines.
Patay mo yun.
Sakto lagi na kinhimang lumipot ako.
Oh my god.
Patayin.
Adami dit Mines.
Nice.
Pwede ka gap, John, mag-iyon. Pan Mines.
Actually, no?
Oh. Hindi ko maka... Oh, shit.
Sige!
Oh, pabuto. Go. You can kill.
Push Max.
Tower.
Oh
Mabubuhay.
Blink up.
Wala.
Tower la. Don't push it.
Tower la.
Oh my god.
Waray na Mines. Oh, no AIDS.
Oh my. You are fucked, boy. No heal.
Hila. Eh, barracks.
Heal me.
In with what? Na cooldown.
May ulti ka, Max. May ulti ka.
Ay, wari ka kapag na ulti.
One fucking second.
Yeah. Number 2. Round 2.
Throw.
Oh no, revision. Nice one. Ayun.
I can buy back.
Sige.
Hila na. Don't buy back yet. Pan-defend ka.
Oh my god. Mahangin.
Yeah. Lilisang nga.
Tira.
Didn't finish the job. Finish the job, bro. Oh my god.
Objectives in.
Ah, di.
10 seconds, GA.
Stay alive.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
my god. Correct mo ka GA. Cooldown pa.
Alliance is not doing it.
It's okay. I have butterfly.
We have
Definitely.
Defla. DC mo yun.
Lincolns man ngayon ito.
Lincoln Snap.
Mahangin ko. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No! May napagod Didi.
I can buy back.
May ako buy back.
This game. Oh my god.
Uy, shit ka na. Dito. Sorry.
Dorongan na kita. Upod kita kan Maki.
Times 2 na. Maganda ako. This thing.
Yes, MKT.
Blood torn na gapal.
That's okay.
Shiva ba or Lotus?
Lotus.
Para silence. May dako man yun. Pero okay dito.
Dakon gamit adi para silence.
Diba?
Gusto mo AIDS? Okay, kaya di GA ha. I need it for the GA para sure.
Kailan which pitch?
Ay, wala pang Lotus.
Oh my god.
Adi na. Pakita Max.
Bublagger.
Again, let's do it again.
Tara.
Pero na nga, push yung nila.
Sudan?
Wait.
Diretso kita mid.
20 seconds pa ako.
Adakan ko mo usod.
One more X.
Shit.
Hindi na pwede mag-drop items while dead.
There. We can do this.
Sana ikadan yung mustache.
Dara na dara. Try ko ba?
Wait bro,
Oh no,
I'll just
I
buy
am
Shiva.
so dead.
Sige.
So dead.
May dana
Last
daros.
round.
May dana baras. Suray pada.
Oh, Ader.
Good.
Dahil kang papahiling.
Random vacuum.
Makakariyan ako. Bait. Low.
All these
Sun.
Oh shit.
Ngadi kita likod agi. Ngadi kita tarasol.
Oh,
Ngadi
wala.
kita agi.
Nag-drawing na rin pa. Nag-drawing na mapa. Oh my god.
Random dust.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
May
I'm
kasusunod.
going in. Go in, boys.
Sige, sige.
Do it.
Go. Yeah, may na-stun pa ito. Dire ka na-stun.
Work na. Hello.
Perfect G.
Ay,
Wala GA, bro. Wala GA.
what the fuck? Na-purge ka?
Nanalo sa...
Wala gi.
Kinalibay.
Back up, boys. Back it up.
Waray na nalig kayo.
Ay, back.
Di Rian Magic lang.
Back it up.
Ulti na lang, Max.
Ulti na lang, ulti.
Ulti!
Ulti!
It's too sorry. Oh my god.
Ayaw na yan.
Oh my god.
We lost this game.
Lost.
Oh, fuck, work mo ulti.
Na-silence ka.
Lagi.
Oh my god.
We lost this game, boys.
Stressful.
Mga 60 minutes pa yun eh.
Pintikisan kita.
Yun. Hindi mo pagin gubuti mo pa items.
Ano?
Kanina pa yung takain mo. Or,
Ako?
kanina pa yung takain mo. May nakaluto sa bunda kanina pa. Pero yung malagyan bugos.
Magkano ka first mo?
Sakit na. Sector na.
Puro mga silence lods.
Ano?
Bali ang dahil na for BKB.
Area nga last week.
Yes. Please.
Di ba't nabubuo? Or ibali na stash ng item.
Kailangan niya.
Hindi na nabubuo.
The fuck? Oh, doon na.
Yun.
Pinahabis.
Natanggal ba yung silence?
Wala naman gamit na TV. Wala na TV.
Oh, natanggal ito.
Okay,
Ito
tayo
na
natin.
ako actually.
Oh, good. Fuck. Tayo natin.
Ay.
Oh, grito mo. Sakit na to yun.
Alay ha.
Bakit?
Ninja gear na lang. Ninja gear na lang ako. Over level.
Resistance.
Fuck.
Fuck. Lag is bad. Oh my god, grabe lag. Kita ka no, you seen this? Pocket loss. Get the pocket loss.
Promise lang nga.
Get the charge and go.
Ayun naman.
Lost.
Hindi naman eh. Nag-offer na kalingan eh.
Tapos daw,
Kaya,
Laging ka.
pocket loss. Pataas.
Sabi ko na yung kaya.
ako grip 15 percent.
Bibig ages. Tapos sword ka command. Kulit na buhong.
Doon na. Oray na.
Tara. Okay lang maksak.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll try not to. Shirt, what's the shirt ako na? Oh.
Parang na tayo.
Care mines. O kasi ka nag-iyon ka dyan.
Okay.
Oh, ages ka mo.
One jump.
Call up their silence. Hit, misclick.
Lagging. Gusto lagging.
Yep.
Go.
Okay na lang. Okay.
Go Max.
Wala na.
Susunod ng mga silence.
Adi na. I am your
Kasi
anti-silence. Keep going.
Kasi kamot nil nakabak na lang pa rin.
Kaya mo rin yung mines.
Pero ako. Oh my god.
Okay na ito yan ah.
First life, first life.
Ulti na lang, Max.
Oh my god.
Tower, tower, tower.
Oh my god, mga silence.
Ah, di na. Ako bara ako.
Fucking god.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay, let's go.
So dead.
Lost.
Lost the coin. Maki doing it. Smack. Oh my god, yes.
He died.
Died. I'm died, yo. Focus ako. Ano yun yung
Aray nakakapuan. Sulod.
Worried na maagi.
Talaga ba nakakasulod?
Say. What a joke.
Yung disc na la, Jun.
Worried na maagi nga compete ka magsaysay.
Mas balyo din Desolator.
Kasi, yan.
Right. Basta na to or what?
Buyback ako.
Balik na. Oh my
Pero makapush.
Nice ka.
Hey, Jun, direct ka silence.
No, he actually is. Reverse this way.
How ko? If I manaligtas na it solar photosorb.
Ano?
Mag-global.
Amo lagi. Sige lang, low cooldown naman.
Wala. Hindi na makakapush sa boy John.
Wala.
Ang flash ba?
Namatay ang Tekis kanina.
Nag-buyback.
Ano to, diba? Suicide.
Tekis.
Tapos nag-buyback hit?
Oo. Tekis.
Oh, nice. Just one.
Cooldown ka pa.
Ano yung Maki? Patay pa.
Di pa
Buhay
kaya.
na, buhay na.
Itong tayo Maki.
Tekis Weaver and
Mid lang kita. Sagdan na itong iba.
Focus lang, iwan lang.
Or
Ano
or
ba?
maybe.
Kaya rin, 20 minutes na nadugnan lang kaya butterfly nga morbid mask.
Kala ito. Para yung
Maybe we can psych him.
Oh shit.
Uy!
Nice.
Nice. Ciao! Yeah. I have again.
I have SS.
Oh shit, sorry.
Sayang ang GE.
My bad. Pero
what?
kita, patay ka naman ngayon. Warak sa mo.
I'm silenced.
Cooldown ako.
Oh my god, the
Stunt,
silence.
bro.
Oh my god.
Lost.
TP out for
I cannot die.
Yeah, you cannot. Oh fuck.
Shit.
I have buyback.
Look at.
Oh my god, wow! I cannot
And
die.
while they're all there, John. Nice.
Yes.
Ka.
John.
Bayan na ito.
Yo, ako nag-TP out lugod. May dakulti.
Oh my god.
1 minute. Or I can buy back now.
Just lang.
What's alive? Nice.
Nice!
Nice.
Oo!
Mabay back ako.
Objectives.
Sige.
Insurance.
Yes! 2 seconds. May dakulti. You're alive.
Oh shit.
Para yung dead.
Okay.
Oh my
Pero
god.
may ako buyback.
Oh my god.
Cooldown team ba yun?
Oh yeah, 3 seconds, John. Makabeba.
Kuha na
cooldown ko.
Kuha bounty. So I can buy back.
Nice.
Okay na.
Nice. Secured. Stay in base.
Oh my god. Uy, pamali ka mo 60-minute items.
Book of shadows.
Eh, mga kadinater. Moderate siya ito.
Gamit ala na ito naman. Big cast na.
Yeah.
Hindi mo na ito.
Kakas ko na lang for defense.
Book of shadows.
Pwede ito kan...
Take it.
Pwede na ha.
Maray ka pa rin pambatos na muli. Wala gamit it book of shadows.
Cooldown.
Ihatag.
Hindi pa yung Rama-end. Gusto nila mag-end.
Guys.
Derto.
Meron naman ito. So,
Yeah, tagla ito.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay, tara.
nag-load.
Sige, no global.
Global
May dato refresh.
Nag-refresher to. They only forced the buyback from John.
Hindi ka nagamit HB?
Ako lang kaya, give it to me, give it to me.
Come, well, 6 sayang, 6
Level 6, level 6.
Neutral.
Boomer.
Ooh, I want this.
Yeah.
Babatang.
Apex, give it to John.
Eh, ata ka na kay.
Ito man, flicker ko Omni Knight. Constant debuff.
We need 2 more. Farm it. Wait.
Nag-spell flicker yung blue ba?
Child's Ring.
Giant
Ma'am
swing.
John.
John, that's John's.
Nice.
Hey, alam mo na lada.
Sige. Arin ko shadows.
Gigant
Ihatag ka po.
Ang ato base.
One more.
I'm so
Here's
slow.
Come on, two stone.
Nag-farm ka pera. Oh my gosh, I'm so slow.
Postpone ko ba na pagbasa kay gusto ko makita ng maperli kanina.
Yan, nakakita ka mo daw.
Ayun.
Uy, yan. Tara. Tara, Max, tara na.
Never thought it would reach 60 minutes, man.
Dito once. May kakatagan eh. Para din ako yan.
Ihatag kan Gabi.
Gabi, where the fuck are you? Okay. Gabi.
Tara. Grip sa pushing.
Still, Gabi ah.
Kimak. Oh, never mind.
What the
Hindi
fuck,
na
bro?
nullifier lang takpuan.
Uy, micro.
Oo, kakatuong ko. Ano ko.
So,
Papagudukan dyan para ano. Ay, come on.
We going?
Oh my god, I'm so dead. Okay, ayaw na.
Flicker.
Oh shit.
Ah,
My bad.
Ayun.
I fucked up.
May napay nagtat.
I'm dead.
Flicker.
Adi ako ko, ano? Thank you.
prolong.
Oh no, our carries are dead.
Did you just lose?
May napa forward.
One last cry.
Over.
The game that keeps on giving.
Glory po, buyback ng mga ngayon. Stress.
Talaga, ganahulat ako nurse mo. Correct?
May GA pa.
Nice,
Ayaw
nice.
lang
Oh
nag-forty
my god.
Wala nag-fort. Delay.
Ig-wall, ig-punch daw ang river.
Okay, that's lost.
Fort pan ko ang
Oh my god.
Click off.
More legend of the Phoenix.
May fallen scare.
GG.
GG.
5 seconds.
Shit.
Kailan port?
Go!
Uy, nice!
Oh my god.
Nice.
Mayroon pa GA.
Okay, 20 seconds.
Okay.
GG.
GG.
Oh, you just sucked no?
Oh my god.
Full bad pair.
Oh my.
Okay. Time to improve.
Lower box. Sorry, naman please.
Dere, todle what ito? Todle what kailan
Legend of the Penis.
Amo kasi tod. Nga ni mga lupatos nga need to improve. Dere ka dapat na insult to.
Lower
This time kailangan kami insulto.
Dere. Okay lang yun.
You are costing us games.
Yo,
Yeah,
dere to tod.
network ni Maki.
Tara na.
Oh my god.
He didn't want any hear any of your
Dere, lagi. Dere ka insult.
Hala.
Ah,
Okay na.
may pakmehimo ni Gab.
Hindi,
Later.
hindi.
Yes.
The end.
Matry rin si pag D&D gamit din Google Meet ngan si Bunet. I wish him luck.
Hindi ko. Ada video ako. Yes, kita ada. Game biasa nih. Ganado. Therapeutic. Game mo yung table.
Ano?
Kita ada video.
Nine.
Ay, ano, Discord. Lagyan mo yung table. Ilalatanan na game mo. Ganado pa rin.
Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I built this home
No, pero
office
pag ganito na
gaming desk,
naka-relax.
with a ton of useful built-in features to improve usability and keep things clean and tidy.
Amazing.
Yeah,
As usual, I'm going to explain the idea behind this design a little bit first, and then we'll get into building. The thing that drove me to design a custom desk was mostly that my old desk setup was much too small to store all of my stuff and always looked pretty messy due to the non-existent cable management. Of course, I could have just bought a bigger desk, but instead I decided to try and design a much more specialized piece of furniture that solves a lot of my desk-related problems all at once, and here's the result. The biggest difference compared to a normal desk is that this has an integrated shelf on top, which solves my storage problem and provides a place to put my 3D printer. The desk also has its own back wall, and that allows you to install both the monitor and speakers directly to it, so they can just float over the desktop, which frees up the entire workspace, and the back wall also helps managing and hiding all the cables. Then there's also an integrated shelf underneath where the PC can live. And my favorite feature of all is this huge cable tray underneath the tabletop, which can be used to store all of your power strips, cables, power bricks, and whatever else you might want to hide. And the best thing is that you don't have to crawl underneath the desk to get to it, because it can be accessed from the top by opening this lid in the back, which also doubles as a space to install USB hubs and power outlets. The table is based around a steel frame, mostly just because I like welding a lot more than I do woodworking, but also because, as someone who moves apartments way too often, another important aspect was to allow this thing to be taken apart for transport. And for that reason, the frame consists of several individual pieces that are held together by a few screws, so it can be completely disassembled into manageable pieces when it needs to move to another place. Here's the main material for the frame. It's mostly steel square tubing and some flat bars, so pretty basic stuff and actually not too expensive. Since I completely planned this build in CAD beforehand, I knew exactly which workpieces I would need, so the first step was to cut and drill all of the individual steel pieces for the frame.
Kailangan ko talaga mabaro mag-CAD.
Ano?
Kailangan ko mabaro
When
mag-CAD.
fabricating this kind of thing, it's always a good
May
idea to try
software
and
bang
drill all
gamit
the holes
pag-design?
before welding, when the individual parts are
AutoCAD.
still easy to handle,
No,
especially if you have a drill press. You're gonna get more accurate holes.
Nagawa na yan,
than
nag-welding.
manual
Nag-welding,
and also
nagkakat
save
na
you a
yan.
bunch of work.
Table.
For example, with the symmetrical
Okay,
pieces,
design.
this allows you to drill 2 of them at
Ooh.
once, which makes it twice as fast and also makes sure the holes are lined up. I'm also doing some weld prep here. A lot of people skip this, and sometimes I do it too, but it actually helps the quality of your welds quite a bit if you clean off the rust in mill scale and chamfer the ends of the tubing. So here's all of the individual pieces laid out. It's a bit tedious to prepare all this stuff, but it saves quite a bit of time overall when you're not going back and forth between cutting and drilling and welding. And now we can just get to the fun part, which is welding up all the parts, starting with the first leg piece, which is just a simple rectangle. So I'm using my welding table to make all of this a bit quicker and easier, and at the risk of repeating myself, I just say this again. Just because I have some fancy tools doesn't mean they're strictly necessary to build this. I have definitely done some projects where you need fancy tools, but this is not one of them. All you would need for this project in terms of major tools is some way to cut metal tubing, a welding machine, some kind of drill, an angle grinder, and maybe a circular saw or track saw for the wooden parts. And then anything on top mostly just makes things more convenient and sometimes quicker, but a lot of the stuff I use can be replaced with patience or skill. For the inside corner welds, I actually like to put this type of thing in a vise, because that way you can orient the joints so that you can weld them horizontally instead of vertically, which usually gets you a better result, especially with TIG. Next piece is the other leg, which also includes the shelf for the PC. The ends of two of these pieces need to be capped, and to do that I figured I can just use some of these cut-offs from the same tubing. They're a bit easier to weld than just a flat piece, and after welding them on I can just cut off the excess here and then grind the edges a bit to make it look nice. Now I'm welding on some tabs that will hold the board for the shelf, and then these pieces get attached to the long piece.
Parang apply kita test da. Para kita mabarapag sagad. Seryoso. Mag-welding.
I already welded
Magkahoy.
the outside
Carrier
frame
plan,
here, so I
welding
can add these
table.
two together while making
Okay,
sure
yeah,
the
tools
shelf
ito,
ends
yeah.
up parallel to the ground.
Test da na. Ako timi ko ang project. Tapos ayun na pagkuhan. Progress. Inila timi mo.
He got it all, and he's got the tools.
Next up are these upper side pieces, which hold the shelf and the back wall. And once again there's two tubes with an open end, so I'm using the same technique as before to put caps on them. Most of these pieces are just steel rectangles, which means it's relatively simple stuff in terms of welding it up, which is why I'm not going into huge detail about the fabrication process here. This project definitely involves a pretty big volume of work, but none of it is super complex or requires special tools, so if you have the patience to see it through, I think this could be built by most intermediate hobby makers in something like a garage shop. Next up is this cross brace, and this part serves two purposes. First, it stiffens out the whole frame sideways and holds the back panels, but also this slot in the middle is designed to be the base for a sort of modular attachment system, which allows you to install different things to the back wall of the desk, and it also provides a way to route cables behind the back, and you'll see how all that works in detail a bit later. Next up is the frame for the shelf, which is just another rectangle, so let's not spend too much time on that. With all the frame pieces done, I did some cleanup, mostly grinding the weld smooth in some of the more visible areas. And since I don't like that flap disc look, I also used the Scotch-Brite pad to kind of blend in the areas where I used the grinder, and this also makes the surface look less shiny and a bit more uniform. So with that, the main frame pieces are actually already finished, which means we can do a little test assembly to see if everything fits together.
Bugat daw yun. Standing desk na lang.
Rounded edge.
Ano? Ah,
Standing desk ba?
mahal man lang ito.
Yeah, ang
Yung TV.
frame lat eh. May kung lat pamiling kahoy.
I'm just doing two 90-degree bends, and this
I
thin
think that's
sheet
free.
is fairly easy to bend.
10?
So if you don't have a metal bender, this can also be
10
done
or
by
8?
clamping a piece of wood onto one side and then
Yeah, but-
bending it over the edge of a workbench.
Sabi.
Yes.
Next, I'm rolling up two U-shaped parts from some
Hey,
angle iron,
Stance Philippines.
which will make up the sides of the frame.
Flexi spot may lagi.
Oh, flexi spot. Tama nga, tika nga datak lingkuran.
Pumalit ka. Flexi spot.
Oo, lingkuran. Dire ako. Nataga.
So they fit around the aluminum sheet, and just to make sure the sheet stays flat against the sides, I'm sandwiching it in there by rolling on some little pieces of flat bar.
Ya, ik mo mahalaga. How di, manual tag 15 mil.
Nilaglos eh.
Before attaching
Yeah,
the sides
what
together,
tabletop.
they each get a thread for mounting, and
God.
then both sides are connected using a piece of square tubing.
Eh, ang filter ng
Then I also put a
building.
few
So,
rivets in
man,
there, just for
Lagi,
good measure.
masama. So, din ang oras.
These are the hinges that will connect this to the table. Just two pieces of angle iron with the hole. And now I can position this whole thing on the lower cross brace here and weld on the hinges, which makes sure everything ends up in the right position. And in case you're wondering why this even has hinges instead of welding it on directly, one reason was so it can be disassembled into smaller pieces, but the other idea is that you can actually tilt the saw cage forward,
Yeah, ik tag 12
just in
talaga.
case you ever need to get
Pinakabarato.
to it from under the desk for some reason. That way you can actually reach in from the front instead of accessing it from the top. You saw in the beginning that the table also has integrated lights, and that's what we're going to tackle next. So I'm removing the shelf board again to install them. I'm going to use some of these fairly common and affordable RGB strips, but instead of just sticking them on directly to the board, I'm going to use these aluminum light profiles, which are going to make this look a lot nicer. And these have frosted covers, which disperse the light a little bit better, but you can also get them with clear covers. This one on the side here is actually not going to have any LEDs in it. I'm just going to use this as a cable channel, and for that it needs two cutouts on the side first. Then I also painted this one black to hide it a little better. Now I can stick on the LED strips, and these are actually not just RGB, but RGBW strips, which means that in addition to the colored LEDs, they also have a dedicated white LED, in this case warm white, and that gives you a better white light when you don't want crazy colors, compared to regular RGB strips, which can only generate white-ish light by combining all three colors, which usually gives off a pretty unpleasant light that's not really white. The cables are going to go through the back of the table to make them invisible, and for that I need to add another hole. I always make sure to deburr these holes, but there's most likely going to be at least one comment saying this is super dangerous because it's a metal frame, but it's just LED strips that run on 12 volts, so even if one of these cables was to get cut, it's not going to electrocute anyone. And of course, now with everything finished, it's time for party desk. In all seriousness though, I'm actually not too into the whole RGB gaming look. I mostly just use the white lights, but these strips are so cheap, it simply doesn't hurt anything to get one that also has the option of going crazy with the colors. And overall, it's just extremely useful to have a nice uniform dimmable light integrated into the desk. There's only one small problem, which is that the strips generate quite a bit of glare when sitting down at the desk, but they turned out to be easy to fix by simply adding some small aluminum strips to the front, which I simply stuck on using double-sided tape, and these have just the right height to prevent any direct glare without looking very noticeable. We are almost done now, but the desk is still missing the cable access lid in the back here, so for that to be installed, I first need to add this steel divider to the tabletop, which will then hold up a average-sized car if you fold over the back seats. So now we're back at my apartment and it's time to do the final assembly, which only takes about 20 minutes. So the third hole here is for this retractable power strip, and I'm going to show you how that works in a second. To do the new desk justice and to get a cleaner looking setup, I also decided to ditch my previous dual monitor setup and got this 38-inch ultra-wide monitor from LG. As I said before, you can of course also install multiple monitors to the desk, and I'm also going to put links to all the gadgets I'm using here in the description. These monitor arms usually also have some kind of cable management, which makes the whole setup look even cleaner. And here's also another benefit of the back panel with the slot, because it's also where the monitor and speaker cables can simply disappear. Here's my favorite feature about this desk in action. We've probably all hit our head a few times while crawling underneath some desk trying to plug in some power supply, but thanks to the cable tray, installing everything was a breeze this time. These USB hubs also have a hole in them, so they double as a way to pass cables down into the tray. In my case, I want to keep the desk as clean as possible, so the only cable coming out here is for my phone charger. Of course, there's a bunch of cables coming out the back here, and to clean these up somewhat, I'm just sticking on some flat cable channels with double-sided tape. And that was actually the last final step, so the desk is fully set up now, which means it's time to show off the result of all this work. And on the right side there's a combination hub that has two card readers, a USB-C port, a headphone and microphone jacks, and also another two USB 3 ports. I also bought this nice spiral USB cable because it doesn't look as messy as a normal cable, so I usually just keep it plugged in here, and then I always have it handy whenever I need to charge my mouse or something. And it also happens to be the right length to charge my headphones while they're hanging from the shelf. Now here's that power strip again, which also installs into one of those 60mm holes. I can simply pull this out whenever I need an outlet for something, and then when it's not in use it just disappears. I think it's a pretty neat idea and actually not too expensive, and I'll put a link to that in the description as well. You might have noticed there's also an additional light here, which is called a screen bar, and these have become quite popular in recent years. It's just a USB powered light that you can stick onto your monitor, and it projects the light in front of it, but without causing any glare or reflections in the screen. And you can also set the color temperature and brightness. And it's a great addition with this setup because it allows me to light the area in front of the screen independently from the rest. So if I want, I can use the RGB lights just as an ambient light for the background and still have a neutral light for the work area. On top of all that, this monitor also happens to have an integrated LED ring, which creates all kinds of fancy effects. So with all these combined, there's a ton of ways of getting different light setups for either work or just hanging out. Then there's of course the monitor arm, which can be set up for all kinds of positions, and these always have a certain minimum gap between the screen and the wall. And that's why I designed the desk to be relatively long from front to back. This gives you a lot of freedom to set the distance from the monitor to the front edge of the desk, however you prefer it. Since there's no monitor stand or even a tabletop mounted monitor arm, whenever I need some space on the desk, I can just simply free up a huge area by just tucking the mouse and keyboard under the screen. I also now have a decent spot where my 3D printer can live and do its thing, and also a bunch of shelf space to put some office stuff and some of my dying plants. And speaking of it, if you wondered about the headphone hangers, I 3D printed those specifically for this desk. They're quite simple and you can just stick as many as you want onto the front edge of the shelf, so now my headphones also have a dedicated parking space. Another neat thing I figured out is that the front edge is also a great place to put notes and to-do lists using magnets. One last custom addition I made off screen is this microphone arm, or rather the mounting solution for it. This arm usually mounts to the desktop, but I wanted to keep that clean, so I came up with something to mount it to the shelf. I turned the cylinder here and welded it to the end of the arm, and then it goes into this block I machined, which can mount anywhere to the edge of the shelf. So when I need the microphone, I can just pull it down from above, and nothing is cluttering the tabletop, and there's no cables hanging anywhere. And when it's not needed, it can also be moved out of the way completely. Alright, that's it for this one. I am really glad I built this thing, and personally I think I can never go back to using a normal desk after this. And maybe I could inspire a few of you to build your own version. If you like this content, you can support me by subscribing or joining my Patreon, or by getting the plans or a shirt, or even by trolling in the comments.
Big mouth.
And as always, thanks for watching and see you next time.
Highway run. Nakamove on na ba kayo sa pagkatalo?
Ikaw man lang naulit. Expected ko na talaga to laning phase pala.
Ako actually, nagmumulay lakad to ano yung ranger. Takay, yung tagaan man kin hope ng madaog.
Basta.
Right at the end.
Stream ko lang na di Crusader Kings. What? Oh, oh.